Thank you so very much, sir. Mr. Stanislaus, there are three different acts that most mines have to be able to help pay for the cleanup. The Oil Pollution Act, the SEMCRA, and the Superfund. What about hard rock?
Well, within EPA's jurisdiction, hard rock mines that cause a significant enough risk to rivers and to public health.
And
then we address them. We have 37 sites that we're addressing through the Superfund program and our limited resources.
But do the miners of the hard rock pay into the fund or to be able to clean up like the others?
That's a taxpayer. That's through the normal appropriations process.
That means the taxpayer.
That's right.
In 1872, there was a fee charge per acre. How much was that?
That I would not know.
$2 per acre.
Okay.
Concern is, of course, is that some of these hard rock mines are creating problems, but and we have folks that agree that there should be a way to be able to hold them accountable for the cleanup. So those are questions that I might have. Over the years, there's the taxpayers have been left to clean up the mess. Is this concept similar in approach taken by the administration to propose a fee for hard rock mine operations to address this legacy?
Yeah, the administration has in fact proposed a fee to pay for the cleanup of these hard rock mines.
What is that fee being proposed?
I'm sorry, when?
How? How much?
Oh, I mean, that's proposed by the Department of Interior, and actually, I don't know the specifics.
Okay, that's fine. Would the Good Samaritan legislation be more impactful if it paired with increased funding?
Yeah, I think that the comprehensive solution to the hundreds of thousands of sites requires a comprehensive solution. So EPA has a sliver through additional Superfund resources. You know, other federal agencies have responsibility as well. Clearly a dedicated pot of money to deal with the cleanup of that. And Good Samaritan does play a role, but it's only one of the many tools that are necessary to deal with the comprehensive problem.
Well, earlier this year, the administration proposed to create the Abandoned Mines Lands Program, the AML, through a new fee. How important is this creation of this to help clean up?
Well, clearly the administration put forward that because there is a significant gap. We have hundreds of thousands of sites.
What are they basing it on? Because if they're finding out this is a need, what are they basing this need on?
Again, that specific information is probably best answered by the Department of Interior, how they calculated that. So.
Well, then what are some of the tools that EPA has at its disposal to address these abandoned mines?
You know, the tools that EPA has, again, it's a small subset where it's high enough risk, it comes to our attention. We do investigation, and then we develop a cleanup plan to clean up.
But only if it comes to your attention. You don't
right.
have something that outlines some of the priorities these mines might have.
No. I mean, we don't have a mine program per se. It's abandoned mines among other kinds of contaminated sites.
Does the Conference of Governors and Mayors ever relate to EPA? Any of their needs of prioritizing? You know, is part of that 137 that you're talking about included?
I have not had any exchange with the governors or the mayors association regarding this topic. So,
well, maybe we should start looking at that because they're the ones who are going to have to be impacted by their pollution or by their emergency ability to clean it up. What steps has EPA taken under the existing regulatory framework to encourage more Good Samaritan to restore watersheds?
Yeah, again, you know, going back to the issues that Good Samaritans have identified, that is the potential liability concerns. We've clarified that if a Good Samaritan goes in and does a cleanup, they would not be held liable under the Superfund program, and then once they are done with the cleanup, they would not have to get a discharge permit under the Clean Water Act.
Well, does the use of the Superfund on abandoned mines impact your ability to remediate other non-mining toxic sites?
Well, clearly we have a limited set of resources. Every year we have a backlog of sites. So, I mean.
So you do not have enough budget to be able to carry out the needs?
Yeah, I mean, The need is greater than the amount of resource that we have on the under the Superfund program.
Would then the inventory of these abandoned mines throughout the nation, not just on federal lands, including Native American lands, help be helpful resource?
Yeah, I mean, it could be that there are other agencies probably better positioned for that. We do have an inventory of the highest risk Superfund sites, but again, our role on mining sites is relatively small to those circumstances.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be able to have a list of those mines that are in the 137 list that you have.
Sure.
So that we can help identify and maybe get further information from not only the members of Congress, but also their governors to find out how they're going to be dealing should they have how would I say, an unfortunate catastrophe on their hands.
Sure, we'll get that.
And I'd like to be able to put in more questions later. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Babin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.